Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to pYanodon's Season 3. So in this episode, we're starting out with some change logs, because we're at the stage in the game where we can't just update and not look at the changes. You know, some of these will modify our base and how it runs, there's some balancing changes, and as we get more and more stuff done, it's more and more likely that changes affect us, of course. Now, a lot of the changes these days to pyanodons are to the later game, because that's the less people have played later in the game, therefore there's been less feedback later in the game. So I feel like the balancing in the early game is still pretty strong and there aren't as many changes made. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Spore collectors, bonus breeding. I'm just gonna skim through these to see if there's anything that we need. A new recycling recipe for extra cages. Fixing some things. Farm recipe icons. Don't think any of these are affecting us yet. Oh. Hey, I think this was me. I think this one's me. Mom, I'm on TV. I'm pretty sure this is the one that I was talking about with the 95% for the second Mark II Vroke. We'll find out when we get in game. But I think that one was me, and oh, or maybe this one. I don't know if these are comboed, but to show probabilities properly again, that one's definitely me. I don't know what this is then. Let me see if this is the link to my, is this the link to my bug report, or is this something different? Oh, it's to something different.
Cargo transportation incoming.
Oh, production stats. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. When that says stats, it means for the production graph. Okay, so that was a change unrelated to this one. Okay, anyway, just blah, 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 blah. Buffed all 3 paths of Simic Turd Path 2. Increased sulfuric acid from Xeno rendering, which we know is not until ultra late game, but by a factor of 10x, that's pretty big. Okay. Muckmoo manure recipes now generate manure bacteria. Okay, that's kind of cool. Biofluid, lots of overhauls, but we have no idea what biofluid is, or biofluid bots, or bioports. We don't know what any of that is, so that's all outside of the scope of what we're doing. Alternative energy, buffed solar. Ooh, tripled that one. 5-tupled that one. 10-tupled that one. Title is up by quite a bit as well, but only Mark II and above. Greatly optimized performance. Nice. I like the sound of that. Okay. Antimony oxide stage 4. So, mining time of soil extractors is reduced. Did they increase or decrease the output as well? Interesting. I'm curious to see that. Banned prod modules and CO2 absorb. Refined concrete is now cheaper. Oh, look at that. That's a big deal. That's a big deal right there. So it uses 1/4 the amount of regular concrete. Okay. That significantly changes whether you might want to build refined concrete for your base or not. Renamed raw borax ore. I don't think that will modify anything. Quenching tower, boundary and graphics, stack inserters. Now grab partial stacks to match belt stack size. I wonder what that means exactly. Like, if you had a stack inserter that's grabbing 13 items and you have a belt stack size of 2, does that mean it's only going to grab 2? Or will it grab 12? I'm going to pull up that bug report real quick and see if I can understand any of what that means. Yeah, I think I'm correct. I think they're proposing it modulos such that it only puts in full stacks. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Sorry. I was just trying to understand. So I think that's what that does. We haven't really been using stack inserters yet, but that's helpful because I think our stack inserters already hold 13 and we have a belt size of 2. So that means it would only grab 12 and therefore make 6 full stacks and not a partial. High tech. Nothing really going on there. Industry. Duplicates and or inconsistent recipes. I like the sound of that. Re-added overflow valves and underflow valves to the game. Changed the description of check valves to allows flow only. Okay, they changed the thing. I think I mentioned this in the episodes. You can read circuits on it, but it actually doesn't change one direction. So it's like it was very much the wrong definition. Now we can sort the upgrade planer, turning them into pi valves. Interesting. Petroleum handling, prod for advanced engine, halved the volume of regenerative heat exchangers. Okay. Ooh. Okay, coal bed gas got a buff. Requires less absurd amounts of hot air now. Let's see. Looks like this was mostly fixes. Yeah, this was all fixes. And then a lot of things got broken, so they added more fixes. And then this one, removed prod from the initial solder recipe. Renamed purest nitrogen. It finally happened. It finally happened. Purest nitrogen is now named nitrogen contaminant. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay, so they made rails, what is that, 33% cheaper? So you get 50% more rails for free now. With no other changes. I don't think that'll affect our base at all, so that's good. But yeah, so one of the other changes that isn't really a change that we're gonna talk about when we get back into the game is I had completely missed something with arcads, and we're about to have a moment here when we get back into the game. Okay, here we are back in the game. Bunch of stuff changed. Seaweed to seaweed 1. Wait, what? Oh god, I wonder what broke. I feel like something's broke. Oh, wait, what? Oh. Now, something's wrong because that 2 is huge. And this 1 is tiny. And this 1 is huge. Why is the moondrop number tiny? Okay, that seems like a bug, I think. Tufra number's tiny, moondrop number's tiny. Relasia number's tiny. Like, you can't even see it. Okay, interesting. I like what they're trying to do. Still some bugs on it, though. Is there even a number on the seaweed? Oh, there is, but you have to zoom in so far to see it. So it's only useful on the building. It's not useful on the recipe icon. Interesting. And even this is new, I think? Maybe not, but now my brain's thinking everything's different. Wow. Okay. So, anyway, we have an aluminum emergency to fix, so I need to fix that first. But there's an arcade situation going on here that I feel very gaslit by. Just take a look at take a look at this. I just want you to take a look at this. Do you see it? In the research we've already researched, that we've had researched the entire time I've had arcads, we can just turn honey into wax. I swear my brain locked that idea behind Arcade Stage 2. I don't know why. There's something... I feel like I've been gaslit or I've taken crazy pills or something's happened where there was some recipe. Oh, this is what it was. It was honey to sugar is locked behind late arcades. And then you can do sugar to wax. I swear though, I remember seeing this recipe at some point. And I just didn't get it into permanent memory. So we can just turn honey straight into wax. That's it. To supplement our wax production down here, we can just... It's so frustrating. So this whole sugar situation, completely unnecessary. What else is sugar used for? Okay, the good news is it's used for some other things, so it's not like we'll never need it. But we're not going to need it for a long time, at least, I think. So that's a little bit of a bummer. Anyway, we have an aluminum emergency, so let's go figure that out. And I forgot to get music going, so let's get that going. But yeah, I don't know what happened to that recipe in my brain. It just, I don't know. It's like it never existed, even though I totally remember seeing it. Yeah, so these numbers are a little inconsistent too. Some of them are in the middle. It seems like the ones that are in the middle are tiny, and the ones that are on the corner are bigger and properly sized. So I think there's a bug, and some of the icons maybe have twice the pixels or something. And so it normally would be in the bottom right, but now it's in the middle because the pixel has twice as many, or the sprite has twice as many pixels. That's my theory on what's happening here. Because then that number would be twice as big and in the bottom right, which seems like that would be the correct version. Anyway, let's pick up all these, because these are not cheap. Okay. Well, the good news is we finally mined out all the aluminum from our base. So that's a plus. Or something like that. Okay, so coal gas is right here. And now we're just gonna go straight down to this aluminum patch. This is the good news, is that we have another aluminum patch nearby. So this is not that hard to fix. Like, normally this is a much more complex fix than what we'll have to do here. All we got to do is bring down the coal gas and bring back aluminum ore. Easy peasy. I will redirect this belt to be off of the patch. Okay, and then we need 12 of these bad boys, or however many we had. I don't even know exactly how many we had. Did I just have 10? No, I had 4 more. Okay. Alright, so get the ore going. I don't even know. How much does this make? It is a full belt. Sweet. Okay, and then this guy we've got... I need more of these pipes. Okay, so there's that, and then we need power. And there we go. All right, done, done, done. Belt this up. Whoa. Oh, when the mouse goes over the character, it stops placing belts. That's interesting. Okay. Sorry I'm so sniffly. Today's an allergy day, I guess. Now, where did our coal belt actually attach to? I kind of lost track of that part. I think it was up there somewhere. So this just needs to go up, over, over this way. Okay, this was the one. That's the coal belt. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. We'll follow it just to be certain. And I keep calling it the coal belt. What? No, aluminum belt. That's the aluminum belt. And it now has aluminum on it again. Perfect. Okay, aluminum emergency? That's not a word. Aluminum emergency is now over. It will take a little while before that gets propagated. We're talking like 10 or 20 minutes before that aluminum's actually going to be showing up to trains and stuff. So it might be a little bit, but it is working. Speaking of things that are working, how are Saptree Mark IIs looking? Nice, 63? That's not bad. Guess I have to do it that way. How are we doing on... we have plenty of fertilizer. Yeah, I mean, we have enough fertilizer for like 300 Saptree Mark IIs. So that's not too much of a problem. Do we have enough bone meal? No, we need 10 each. So we need a lot more bone meal. And then the other stuff we have infinity of. So bone meal is going to be the big limiting factor right now, so we can grab some more of that. And that will hopefully be enough Saptree Mark IIs for at least the current future of existence. For Saptree Mark III, though, do we need Mark II trees? Yeah, see, you need to keep... It's the same idea. Wow, it's literally the same recipe. Or is that different? Isn't that the same recipe? Sodium alginate, urea, moss, muddy sludge. No, it's literally the same recipe. So upgrading the seeds will be no more difficult, but it will just require a bunch of Saptree Mark IIs. So there is a reason to make a bunch of these. Okay, anyway. Moving on. Somebody pointed out that our steel to flue gas, we did the wrong signal, which I don't think is true. They said they thought we did the recipe signal, but this is, well, we might have done that here. Yeah, no, we definitely did that here. Yeah. Okay. So fix that one, and then at the providing spot, yep. There we go. Well, I'm glad they noticed that. Thank you for noticing that. Whoever you are. Okay, so that's fixed, and now we have flue gas to acid gas being a thing. We want to do condensates to acid gas. And what was just buffed? What was just buffed was coal bed gas to acid gas. And that makes 900 flue gas, which also makes acid gas, as we just looked at. Though not that much. What was the amount again? Yeah, 1,000 only makes 15. So, not very much, but, you know, what is this? 1%? 1.5% back? And so that means this making 900 gets me like another 9 acid gas. Anyway, this is more competitive now that the hot air cost is halved. So like acid gas to sulfuric. It's just 2 to 1. It's really simple. Acid gas is just sulfuric acid without the water. But the hot air production, how much were we making? This is not, oh yeah, no, they changed all the icons. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, wow. They really, oh, this is so helpful. Okay, so I wasn't just making that Nextlet thing up. That's really helpful. I'm glad that they're doing stuff like that. I think that's really gonna make some differences in the user experiences of things. Anyway, what is my hot air facility support down here? I don't even remember. I think we made it to make this full 150. Yeah. So the full 150 hot air a second, we're definitely not using all of that. So there's certainly a world where we use coal bed gas. Because coal bed gas comes from, oh, never mind. Comes from drill heads? Interesting. So we'd be spinning drill heads and hot air to make acid gas. Or filtration media later. Or you can combo them, use both to get double the coal bed gas. Interesting. What all can coal bed gas do? Well, we need it for vanadium. That seems just like a terrible recipe. This one should probably be rebalanced for the hot air input's absurd. Given how easily you can make CO2 with stuff like coke or biomass, this recipe, honestly, it feels like it should output 10 times this much. And I still don't know if I'd use it. That's how bad it is. Like, if this output 3,000 carbon dioxide, I'm still not sure if I'd use it. So that one I would say needs rebalancing. This one is interesting. Being able to go straight to coal gas could have some utility. Hydrogen, again, no utility there. I'm guessing it's even cheaper electricity-wise just to use electrolyzers on water. So that one feels underpowered, big time. That one could be okay. But again, 300 hot air is an absurd requirement. So maybe you get some seriously buffed hot air later, and this isn't as much of a cost. But 1-to-1 hot air cost is not small for the amounts you need, like refined syngas in. Interesting. Yeah, needing huge amounts of hot air for all of these coal bed gas things is a pretty huge cost to them. Pretty freaking huge cost. Okay, well, all that to be said, let's do the condensates thing. Because I think everything else is running. There we go, acid gas. Now, acid gas goes into a bunch of stuff, but we could also make sulfuric acid on the same site if we want by just adding a couple more train stations. We're already importing gasoline, so now I could import acid gas, which I know it feels weird, but we're going to be supplying acid gas from other places, so it's not crazy. And we could just easily make sulfuric right here and provide sulfuric right here. So, oh, but this is a side provide. Shoot. Okay, never mind. And why do I have two? Because this is a trash request. Or a side request. Okay, so we have side request, side provide, regular request, and now I need regular provide. Goodness. F provider extension. Uh-oh. Whoops. Didn't do that right. Okay. So, yeah, this is just more acid gas storage. That still isn't gonna work, is it? No, it's not. Scoochy, scoochy, scoochy. This is where having picker dollies makes the game a completely different game. Imagine doing what I just did and you didn't want to waste the stuff in here. It would have been awful. I guess in this case, it would have automatically gone into there if we had deconstructed this, and then that. It all would have gotten back to, but what if they were all full, you know? Then you have to make another tank just to empty this one out. It's such a pain in the butt doing that kind of thing in vanilla. And then picker dollies is just like, hey, you can just move this thing 2 tiles. Easy peasy. Wait. Wait a second. So this is high priority main network. The sulfuric we make here, I guess. What am I saying here? What are we thinking here? Because we want this to be a normal place where we turn acid gas into sulfuric, and it'll request acid gas from wherever it can get it, and then it'll provide sulfuric at a normal priority. Okay. Because the thing is, we need acid gas in so many other places. We want to provide acid gas to the overall network, not just have it locally turned into sulfuric. Now I could do an overflow on this, and then that way when we're backed up on acid gas, then we start making sulfuric, and then I could high priority that, and then we would have sulfuric from flue gas being kind of prioritized over sulfuric from other sources. But then I would need to make sulfuric from other acid gas sources in a separate spot, and that I feel like that's future proofing, but it feels like too much future proofing to me. I'm not gonna do that right now. But yeah, sulfuric acid was just made in a chemical plant. Can I make one of those? I can make one. Do I need more than one? Yeah, probably not. Maybe two. I'm just not gonna have that much input for a long time. What did our Pi 2 science need? Did we ever get to the bottom of that? Oh, we need acid gas. Do we even need sulfuric? What do I need sulfuric for? Wait a second. Why am I making sulfuric acid? For what purpose? That was a dolphin sound. Oh, it's for the rare earth stuff. Okay, that's what it's for. We do need it for rare earth stuff. Wait, why is that not showing up in my Pi 2 then? Did we not plug in the rare earth stuff? Yeah, the rare earth oxides are not plugged in. Okay. Because the REOs, as I might start calling them, those need some sulfuric in the process. Okay. It'll be a very small amount, but... ooh, squeak through isn't... Oh, there we go. I wasn't squeaking. Okay, and then we need another one of those. I need to go visit my normal mall and actually pick up stuff here. Alright, and we need lots of things. Let's just appreciate the new recipe for rails. Requiring less solder. And has aluminum finally gotten here? It has. Aluminum is happening. Okay, good, good, good. Now, we need a bunch of pipes. Okay, bunch of pipes acquired. And now, inserters. Power poles. Underground belts. Those are the major things. Small parts, air cores, various plates. I guess I need some glass. A little bit of copper, maybe. Maybe some tin. Titanium. Okay, I think we're pretty well stocked. Sweet. Alright, now let's go finish up that build we were just doing. Oh, I need roboports. And yeah, I mean, once we get sulfuric and acid gas, then we should be free to start working on the rare earth setup. Where did we put the rare earth setup? Oh, it's just over here. Okay. I should move this over because all production lines that are kind of like metals need to be over here. That's my rule, anyway. Here was me investigating sulfuric acid. I mean, I definitely don't hate this version. It is a bit problematic because of the sulfur cost, but it does just turn... It's a lot of syngas and then zinc and copper. So like, if we need to start mass producing it, this is probably what we'll do. And then the other benefit is if we really mass produce this, then we, what am I trying to say? Wait a second. You guys seeing what I'm seeing? This already has acid gas output. So this is... I mean, I can probably just matrix solver. Nope, that did not work. But if this is like 70%... There we go. 72 maybe? Yeah, perfect. Okay, so those numbers aren't actually what I thought they were. Because we were already getting some acid gas from turning syngas into refined syngas with methanol. Oh, that's cool. But then we still need more acid gas from the refined syngas and sulfur. But we get some from doing that. And then obviously we would want more refined syngas probably, like as a secondary output. So if we set all that up, why did that kill everything? I guess we didn't have sulfuric as an output. Then if we do that, then we need even less of this acid gas, which is interesting. Huh. So that makes this a really great way to make refined syngas, I think. Because it just turns... I mean, what's the way to think about this? It turns 2 syngas into 1 refined syngas at the cost of some copper and zinc. That's it. Right now I've been making refined syngas. It's a little bit more than 2 to 1. It's 2 to 1.4, which is 40% more. At the cost of some activated carbon, which is kind of a pain in the butt. And I would argue the zinc cost might even be the same. Is it the same? Let's see. This needs 1 zinc plate to create 150 ref gas. This would be 2 activated carbon for the same cost. 2 activated carbon would be less than 2 zinc plates. But it's like, it's in the ballpark. It's about half as much zinc. And then the copper, I mean, the copper is basically free, right? Y'all, like, we're gonna be making 30 copper plates a second easily, you know, at the stage of the game where we need this much stuff, sulfuric and refined syngas and such. So the activated carbon is certainly a higher cost because of all that coal dust. You know, each activated carbon is 6 coal dust. So we're talking 12 coal dust. A little bit less zinc and no copper. But also the whole HCl thing, which is salt and sodium hydroxide. Yeah, I don't think this is... I think this is the route we're gonna want to go in the future. I'm not gonna switch it over right now. But, oh, I'm blocking. I'm on the train. Okay, so let's do connected to these guys. This is now just a normal output of sulfuric acid. We need to input acid gas here. This is a normal requester, I believe. Yes. So normal acid gas request. Put that here. This is acid gas. That's a bidirectional. And then that bad boy goes all the way over here. Turns a corner. I think I'll put it here. Okay, this is pretty simple. Simple and sweet. Okay, and then water input is 50. Water input for that actually is a full 300, so I'll give this one its own water. Why not? Man, my allergies are awful. I really wish I could sniffle less for you guys. I don't know. I don't know how I can fix that. Anyway, sulfuric acid is coming out to here. Oh, perfect. Right there. I think we're doing everything we need to be doing then. So this is sulfuric acid from Acidgas, because we'll probably have other sulfuric acid providers at some point. And then this one is gasoline plus acid gas for acid gas and sulfuric acid. What's sulfuric acid? Sulfuric acid. It is H2SO4. Okay, I wanted to say H2SO4, but I was like, is that wrong? H2SO4. Is that easier? I mean, it is less letters. Okay, so the flue gas will build up over time. That's the idea. This flue gas is... What's the point of... Yeah, I probably should put a pump here. Now that I think about it, because like, it's never going to be able to be emptied out, and then that means I've just buffered some amount of flue gas for no reason. So let's not do that. And yeah, steel usage is currently driving the production, which is so weird. I think we could also provide tailings here, now that I think about it. And this is high priority because we are making more of it. Or this is a side provide. Oh no, it's saying trash provide? Wait, is this a trash provide? No, this is side provide. Wait. This is on channel 1. This is on channel 2. Something's wrong here. What is going on? So... How did a train deliver... I'm so confused. We just saw a train deliver flue gas a little bit ago. And some acid gas got made. Oh no. What's happening? It should be channel 2 requesting here, right? Because like this is... We don't want to make flue gas, like, because we do need flue gas eventually for some things. And we don't want to make flue gas exclusively for the purpose of this acid gas recipe. So it is correct for this to be on channel 2. This is a side provide, or a side request. This one, though, should not be on channel 1. Because we want this to be able to... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm dumb. Never mind. Problem solved. Okay, so what's happening here is it's on channel 1 right now, and then it goes on to channel 3 when we have more than 50,000. This is a trash provider. That's all correct. Okay. Problem solved. Sweet. Okay, so condensates to acid gas. I know that's what we had next on the list, and we're already done with the episode, and we haven't even gotten to it. But we'll get there. Let's delete this one. I don't feel like we're ever using this block. So... So what's the idea here? Condensates. So condensates, we just gas refinery into refined natural gas, and then refined natural gas I'm missing something. How did we do this again? Condensates has one recipe. That's it. Okay, was it tailings I was talking about turning into acid gas? Maybe. BTX cannot be turned into anything yet. It can just be used as fluid fuel. And refined natural gas can be gasoline catalyzed back into condensates and naphtha. And naphtha, I don't think can be turned into anything like that, but yeah. Well, there is that one. And we've already learned that syngas plus copper plus zinc can be turned into acid gas and sulfuric acid. Interesting. I seem to have lost what I meant by that. Condensates to acid gas. How do I do that? I think it was just the tailings, right? I had to have meant the tailings. Because I don't have another... I don't see another way to do that. Huh. So this is another condensates trash request, side request. What do we call it? Yeah, it would be a side request, because all of the fluids we trash locally, of course. There's no reason to global trash fluids or gases, because we can just sinkhole or exhaust them. So if we literally have no need for it as a side product, we can just ditch it right there. We have no need to send it to a central location to ditch it. The central location can just do all the things you would do before ditching it, and then never actually ditch it at the secondary location. So that means we can side request condensates here as well. Am I doing this right? No, condensates only ever have one recipe. So shouldn't we just do all condensates in gas refineries? I think so. And then those three things then get output. Unless, what, no, because we're never going to make condensates for any reason, because condensates have no reasons. They have no reasons for existence other than this recipe. Now, let me just double check that condensates barrel. No, not used in anything. I keep forgetting to check barrels and canisters and stuff, because those are sometimes used in recipes, and that can trick you into thinking there's no purpose. But no, condensates have no purpose for existence other than this recipe. So I should use this. And gas refineries don't even use that much power, so there's no reason not to be doing this. And my priority of where should the tailings go, where should the BTX go, where should the refined natural gas go, that priority shouldn't change based on where the condensates came from, I don't think. So it's not like we need to have different facilities for, oh, condensates from this thing, I'll do this thing with, and condensates from this other thing, I'll do this other thing with. It's like, well, no, if it's better to do thing A, we should just do thing A with all my condensates. So having one place where all condensates come to just makes sense. Okay, got it. And it can be on both channels. I guess all condensates will just be provided on channel 3. If we can. Huh. So then should I just do a main request? Because this is going to be channel 3. So this way all condensates come here. And that way... I mean, that feels a little iffy. but all condensates are trashed. They're all coming to the same place. There's only one. There can only be one priority level for condensates because there is only one recipe for it. There are a million things that make it, of course, but all those things will flow into this one place. So which one should we request it on? Because if we request it on channel 2, that means everywhere we provide condensates has to be on channel 2. Which is what we want, I guess, because channel 2 is to get rid of stuff. That's the point of channel 2. So all condensates should come to here. And then we need gas refineries, which I have no idea if we have over here. We do, perfect. So let's go grab a couple of those. And then this will get us tailings, which can go to those will have to go onto the train network, unfortunately. Again, we're gonna have trains that are just like taking things 5 seconds away, but it just, because of how many sources we get tailings from, we do want the train priority system to play into it. Oh, and here's another geothermal package. Sweet. And somewhere in this mess is gas refineries. So this is where we do Alt F, gas refinery storage. And now we can see where it is. Okay. I don't know how many I need. I'll take 5. Okay. Sweet. So condensates is really being processed into one big chunk of stuff, which then can be processed into other things. And these can go here. How much does this process a second? 25 a second? Yeah, I mean, we can easily add a second row even. We've got plenty of space here. So let me clean up this a little bit. We'll actually scooch it closer to the rails so that way we can add a second row facing in if we want. We'll go like 3 squares closer. Okay. And then condensates are all hooked up along the back. Copy that recipe. And then we've got 4 outputs. We do need to do the classic. This one gets copied. This one not quite. Boom, boom. Am I out of... No, I just need to... Oh, I am out of... No, wait, what's going on? Oh, I'm out of shotgun shells. That doesn't happen very often. Every rare once in a while. Okay, so now this is all powered up. And now we're requesting condensates. And now we've got all kinds of stuff provided. We've got tailings, we've got BTX, and we've got refined natural gas. Now this is tricky. The BTX right now is only a fluid fuel. And these... No, I guess we're just about to unlock the recipes. Well, we're gonna unlock 2 recipes. Methane and benzene. How expensive are those, relatively? how much is... Wow, that's a lot of raw excellent. Just trying to think, like... Seems like good ways to make these things. But we get the benzene and we get the methane. And then benzene... I mean, we even get more fuel value out of it even. That doubles our fuel value. So one Nexilate plate becomes 100 megajoules of fluid fuel. Plus 200 steam. Which is quite a few megajoules. If I'm using steam from electric boilers, that's going to be... 75... Oop. About 75 megajoules of steam. Because what did we say? 250 steam. Sorry, my brain's a bit discombobulated. So 60 steam from 26 megawatts. Yeah, it costs us about half a megajoule to make a unit of steam. If we're making it this way. If we're not getting it from some other way. Now, obviously, I could utilize an oil burner to make the steam, which then gives us back a lot. Oil burner. By the way, I was wrong about the oil burner change. That was a hard mode change. So when I talked about that in a previous episode, that was just straight up Rogan. So this one has double efficiency. Okay, that's why it only takes 15 megawatts to make 60 units instead of the electric one, which is it's not quite 1x efficient. It's weird. Like, why does it cost 26 instead of like 28? Well, I guess it costs 25 exactly, but there's the minimum consumption. I don't know what's up with that, but doing it this way, we would only need about 45 megawatts, 45 megajoules worth. What am I doing? I guess methane would be even better because we get 300 units of methane and it's 800 kilojoules. Which is 2,400 or 24,000 or 2.4 thousand. But then we need a bunch more steam. The important thing to note here is we can use cold steam. So any of those recipes that give you like tons of cold steam would be really useful to be in this spot. I might even ship cold steam around. The problem is, do we even have steam on the network yet? I don't think we do. This is where we might have to start thinking about the new systems that we can use where we force trains out. We might have to use a dummy signal, because if we want to put cold steam on, then cold steam is the only temperature we can ever use, because it can't tell the difference between temperatures, unfortunately. Anyway, this is going to be high priority tailings output, high priority and all of these need to go onto channel 1 and then channel 2. So these all need their own trash provide, right? Because whatever their side products are, we want those to be available too. So these all need to have their own... I need a fluid super trasher. These all need to have their own F trasher, I think. Because we want... Yeah, we want to provide... If something needs refined natural gas, we want to have a stockpile of refined natural gas ready to go. But if something... Yeah, I think this is correct. Refined natural gas. And then BTX, and then Tailings. Are those here too? I don't see it. I mean, I think that's right. I don't know why I'm feeling like this is not gonna work right for me, but I think it's correct. I think it's correct. So refined natural gas. So all of these will be extended across to here. And then which one's which? So refined natural gas is this one. And then BTX was the second one, and that is this corner, and then Tailings was this one, which would go here. Okay, so that connects all those up. There we go. Condensates, and then the request for condensates I mean, this is the only place we're ever going to request condensates, so why not request it on channel 3? I don't know why I'm so scared of that. I can just put them right here. Why not? Why not put in a condensate? This way, if I screw it up and I accidentally request condensates, it's still not a huge deal. That'll just get piped down to here and plugged into this. There it is. Okay, and we do want to measure this. Okay, so now condensates is hooked into that, and then condensates needs to go across to here and have a magical journey. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it would be this, which is a lot cleaner. All right, we're gonna have to call it an episode here, but now we've got condensates to all of its outputs hooked up. We do need to then go to the places where we're making condensates and put those on the train network. So now, I mean, we kind of have some sub steps here. So we need put condensates on trains, and then we need to do tailings to acid gas. Those are kind of the small pieces. So that's what's next. Sweet. Well, as always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next one.